Jennifer here from Belladonna's Botanicals, and this is another issue or episode rather of Jennifer's Insights. And tonight I want to talk a little bit about divine timing, because one of the most common questions I get about products or rituals or spells is how long will it take to see results? And and I don't mean to sound glib when I answer this question, but it's like it's really impossible to tell. It can be anywhere from a few minutes to a few years to how about fucking never. And that's the truth of it. It's I can't tell you how long it's going to take. I've had, things manifest within 30 minutes. I've had things never manifest, because sometimes what you have to realize when you're working, especially with anything in the spiritual realm and magic, you might have guides and ancestors that you may not even be aware of that are guiding you in an entirely different direction, because you may be trying to get back together with your narcissistic ex, and the universe is like, how about no? Yeah. So there's reasons sometimes when things don't work, and we may not see them. We may get frustrated. I mean, I've been there myself on the things that didn't work, and I'm like, well, fuckity fuck, why didn't that work? So that's something to consider, is that you can't, put in a rush order on magic. There's no prime delivery on this, on the results. It's kind of like, if you buy X product, it's got, whatever's in it, and, the magical energies and the Reiki energy and all that stuff is in there. And, whatever the intention is, this is something different, but whatever you want to use it for, that's great. You still kind of have to add a little bit of your own zhuzh into it to, if you're using this on a candle, okay, you might get a candle that's already dressed. Well, if it's not, you might want to, write a petition or engrave something on the candle, or anoint the candle with an oil or some herbs, and, really focus on what you're trying to manifest, because burning the candle, lighting a candle, dropping some oils on it and hoping for the best, results may vary. Sometimes that might work. I mean, I've had that work at times, and other times I'm just lighting a candle because it looks pretty and smells nice. This candle looks pretty and smells nice. Well, that doesn't really smell. I'm trying to go through some of my old candles that I have, and like I'm notorious for buying a lot of candles, forgetting I have them, and then being like, I need a candle for this, and then I've already got the candle for it, or a candle I could use. So yeah. But getting back on point, there's really no way to, I mean, you can certainly petition the spirit world if you're like, I'm lighting this candle and I need to manifest $100 within the next 2 days. You can put that energy into there. I mean, whether or not it happens is another story. It's just, I don't know how to answer that question, and I get asked it all the time. And, I know there's a lot of people that are new and whatnot, but it's hard when people, have expectations of how long something will take to work, and they're not seeing results right away. Believe me, I get impatient too. I'm human. I want my money manifestation now, not 10 years from now. But there's such a wide array of variables that go into doing spell work, and whether or not they're going to manifest or not. I mean, other people, like, certain people have different types of will that, is going to take a lot of extra work to kind of break through, or they have a lot of protections, especially if you're doing something that involves another magical practitioner. Like, I mean, you could try to cast a love spell on me. It ain't going to work. It's like, you would have better luck casting something on someone who's not a magical practitioner for sure, but everyone has a different even people who aren't practicing have ancestors, have spirit guides, whether or not they're working. Atheists have spirit guides, whether they want to acknowledge them or not is up to them. It's, I sometimes get frustrated with it because it is like one of those questions I get so often. And, I'm realistic about it. I am never, whoops, ever back. And I am never going to guarantee results on anything. And I'm never going to say, oh, this will manifest in X amount of time. Because I think anyone that's giving you those claims is probably kind of full of shit, because they're not being realistic about it. And they're probably just, telling you what you want to hear. Or, giving you false hope in something, and then you're going to be like, well, magic sucks and doesn't work because this didn't happen and I was told it was going to happen in this amount of time. And I just think being realistic about it is more ethical. As someone who creates things, I stand by my products. But sometimes it's what energy you're putting towards that as well. If someone does a weight loss spell for you and you just sit on the couch and eating gallons of ice cream every day, the weight loss spell is probably not going to work. You have to do some stuff to foster that happening. Like you can do a weight loss spell and then start getting like, okay, so I'm doing the things I need to do. I've put the magical energy behind it. That's going to work better than just kind of expecting the abracadabra results and not doing anything. So, because believe me, if I could get some magical liposuction while sitting on the couch while eating gallons of ice cream, fuck yeah, I'm all about that. Because hello, I would like to get back down to my pre-COVID weight. So when you're asking or when you're thinking about this, like how long something takes to work, and some things are set it and forget it. You do it once and it kind of, works in the background. Other things take more work. Like sometimes, there's spells where you might have to repeat it on the, third Sunday every month, in the hour of Venus or something. Or, every lunar cycle doing something specific. So it's not like you do a money manifestation spell and you get your money and that's it, you're good. It's something you want to continually do. Maybe not every day, but you might want to do that like a new moon or full moon kind of thing with that. So when you buy, oops, eat my hair. So when you buy, say, a money oil or something, and you have a candle, you might want to, use that once a month or something and, kind of have a different intention and petition for it and work on that, building that manifestation. Because so many times we get into these, believe me, been there myself. I'm not pointing fingers when, I ain't been guilty of this stuff myself. We often wait to when we're in crisis mode to do these things. So there's that impetus to like, oh my God, I need, there's a court case thing coming up and the custody thing. And, I need money for this. And my car just broke down and my boyfriend, I want to get back together with my boyfriend. And these things, you get into that like hyper frenetic state of like, you want to see results on this right away. And sometimes it takes time. And so I think it always sounds weird to say have realistic expectations when you're dealing with, magic and rituals and spells and the occult and all of that, but it's kind of true. Because it's not, this isn't Sabrina, this isn't, whatever show that has had a cult themed show or movie you can think of. It's not just wiggle your nose or snap your fingers and you get instant results. It's, occasionally that happens, but it's not the norm. So everything is going to vary. So what I would say as you're doing any kind of like spell work or rituals, and again, I need to take my own advice here, is note what's changed, because things don't always manifest boom all at once. Like, it might be something that's over time and you're like, oh, okay, I see how that worked out here. Like, okay, making a comparison here. So as I've mentioned before, I do ketamine treatments for my depression, CPTSD, etc., for my crazy ass brain. Now, when I've now done 12 sessions as a time of recording this. So after the first session, did my depression go away? Was it cured? Was a miracle cure and it just changed everything overnight? No. But looking back, little by little, it changed things over time. My way of thinking changed. And as you know, I started working through a lot of these issues and trauma healing and emotional healing and relational trauma healing, because that was a big one. I started noticing, oh, okay, wow, this was the first year that I can remember I didn't have seasonal depression. And I feel like it helped me over time. I didn't see immediate results within an hour after it, or the next day, or the next week, but doing those treatments over the course. So I've done 12 treatments between September 2022 and March 2023. I do maybe one, two a month. At the beginning, the first round, you do them a little more frequently, but say once a month I do this for maintenance, maybe twice, or every 6 weeks or something like that. It's not something I notice a huge shift right away, but over time, cumulatively, I notice the change. So to put that in the practice of magic and spell work is, okay, let's use money manifestation. So you might not win the lottery tomorrow, but let's start looking at all the little things that add up. Like, did you get a discount on your car insurance or something? Did you get an unexpected gift? Did your business increase by a little bit? Did you pay off a debt? Did any of these things happen? Did you get a free gift somewhere? All of these things can count towards that intention and that goal. So while you may not have won the Mega Millions, you're still in that process of manifestation, and your mindset, again, something I'm guilty of, is the mindset you kind of have to have almost with it is you put the work and the intention and the energy into it, but you almost have to have a set it and forget it kind of thing. I can be a little obsessive about stuff. So it's not always easy, but I think sometimes the more if you get into that mindset, you're going to start working against yourself if you want it too bad. And you're throwing everything you possibly can magically. You're doing ritual after ritual after ritual for the same thing and petitioning the same spirits or different spirits. Like, eventually you're just going to kind of muddy the waters, and not like there's not like a clear intention. You're just kind of constantly, it's like a pot of boiling water. It's boiling, it boils over, and you keep adding more water to it, and then boils and boils over, and you keep adding more water to it, and you're just in this process of doing this, and you never really get anywhere, because you haven't put your noodles in, or you haven't put your rice in, and it doesn't cook, and you're just constantly putting water into it and not giving it the time it needs to manifest. I have great sagely advice that I really should follow, because I'm not so great with these things, actually, but I'm learning. So have faith in your abilities, trust, that spirit knows what is best for you, even if it seems antithetical to what you want and what your intentions are. Because you might be trying to manifest that relationship with someone that is absolutely terrible for you, and spirit's like, hey, how about we not do that, because that's going to end badly, because I wish I'd listened to that multiple times. It's like, okay, I see the red flags, I'm just gonna spray paint them green in midair and hope for the best, and then get burned and be like, well, that sucked. Anyways, so patience is a good thing. Not always easy. Trust me, not the most patient person in the known universe. Um, having faith in your ability, trust the process, as they say, and don't having maintenance magic is a good way to do it, because a lot of times we do magic when we're in crisis mode. So start thinking about the maintenance things you do every month. You might want to, even if it's just simple of lighting a candle, meditating, setting an intention for something. You want to have your maintenance things you do on a monthly basis. Like you might want to do a maintenance self-love candle, a maintenance protection ritual, a maintenance uncrossing, a maintenance money manifestation, maintenance love something. Um, just so you've kind of got some balance in there, that you're not just throwing everything all in the pot at once, that you're kind of, you know, over time doing that. Yeah. So hopefully this is helpful to especially people who are new and just exploring the occult realms. And if you have any questions, don't leave a comment below. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. Love y'all.